the off lane.
I don't know if this dual lane's really effective unless they kill. Oh, scratch that. They're going to do a lot of damage to S4 right as I put my words in my mouth. Oh my god. He is maxing Soul Catcher and then Disruption. Here comes some mid action onto Yol.
Yol going to be locked down here. In the meantime, there's an engagement at top. EGM going to end up dropping to BZZ. No, never mind. Shackles off. And Sadoy led off with the coil a little bit too early. He was eating a lot of damage. Phase shifts and ends up dying to Loda. Now that's a double kill you do not want to give away. Engaged upon by Loda. There's going to be a Hex from the low ground. Sadoy's right there. Down goes the static field though. And they managed to secure the kill. Alliance getting big wins. They end up trading one away. There's a buyback from Ember right off the bat. Behind the fight, we can see Ake hit, and Arrow's going to be off the mark. Ake hit with a Demonic Purge. One more auto attack will do. In the meantime, at top, here's an engagement in the jungle. Yol eating some damage is going to be the Dust and a two-man coil. Solo's there. This is a nice couple of picks. Disruption there from Goldblack. Don't know that it was necessary, but Bulldog going to die nonetheless. And it's nice that their pit port's coming in. They need to get there, and they need to get there super fast. They want to do anything about it. And doing what they can. They got the coil down, but ROX going to be caught out, and BZZ going to be hit with a grave. Maybe he'll do a little bit of damage. Roche is still up and fighting for the moment. Defensive disruption is there, and it ends up dropping, and the Lycan picks up the Aegis, loses it immediately, but they do end up getting a lot of punishment in return. Now they're going to work on Bulldog. He's going to be dusted out, loaded back up off of the Aegis, though, and he's going to try to fight this out. He's got help from Ake, but will it be enough? Yol looking for an escape route. Arrow's going to end up missing just a bit, but Loda caught with the poison touch now. Goldblack's there if he can get close. He has a blink. He should be able to blink on top of him and get him with a disruption if they want. And there it is. Just a couple of auto attacks. They end up bringing him down. And what looked like was going to be a free and easy Aegis ends up being fed and a full 5-man wipe. Lycan in the meantime helps bring down a tower, and here comes the counter charge out of Alliance. They catch Yol out with the Hex. Tracked out, and the Shackles. EGM's eating a lot of tower and creep damage in the meantime, though. Now they're going to try to turn that around. Sadoy's there, gets the coil off. EGM dies to it. The grave keeping Yol alive. Loda at half health. Solo's right there with him, and now eating a bit of damage. S4 going to be caught out with the Demonic Purge. Arrow on the mark. He ends up dying behind the fight, and they have to try and run away now. Solo right there with him. Sadoy may jaunt to this. Loda's going to be hit with dust. Not that it matters. And to the south, we can see EGM in trouble. Bulldog's going to end up dropping, and they got eyes on EGM too. So another big turnaround. Loda does end up making it away. Try to defend. This is what's so hard about fighting alike. It's small losses turn into big losses whenever he's involved in pushing towers. So he gets off a 3-man coil, got a silence on the 4. And here's the follow-up. That damage beginning to show itself as the Battle Fury is complete. Solo right there with the Starfall secures 1 kill. S4 is going to drop as well.
Oh my god.
And now they're going to turn this completely around. Is that going to be? Nope, it's an ultra kill. Was going to say could have been a rampage. Could have been a rampage. Biting on more than he can chew. There's a kinetic field onto Solo. But look at the damage and follow it up. And are you kidding? Grave? Me! Another phenomenal grave. That's a triple kill that goes the way of BZZ and ROX.KIS. On the back of some of the best support play we've seen in Western Challenge so far. Takes another huge turnaround win. Taking a look at the buybacks, Lycan is still up.
It's fantastic. I know, it's just fantastically played by the two of them. They need to back out right now, though. I don't think they need to overstay their welcome. They do get the kill onto Ake. Coil, unfortunately, spent to really no avail. He already had the kill. BZZ could be in trouble. Can support save him this time? I'm not sure. There's the grave. I'll let you take over.
Keeping him alive, and now S4 popping the BKB. The new track down BZZ behind that. Here comes Admiral Bulldog. They want to try to pursue this out, maybe get a track kill. Manage to spot Yol. There's the Hex. No grave this time. He's going to end up dropping to Loda. And once again, the team slightly overstaying their... What happened there?
Oh, his
form. And the Demonic Purge onto him. Going to allow an arrow. No, it's actually canceled by the BKB. And both teams playing very cautiously here, as is warranted. Now he's going to jump right to his Remnant and does a ton of damage. EGM drops immediately, and ROX going to follow it up. Sadoy caught out, blown up, but here it comes Ember. Doing what he can behind that fight. We hear the wards go down. And Alliance looks like they're going to take this one as they force Ember out. Not sure why he committed the way he did. He's still alive for the moment and did manage to bring down the Shadow Shaman, but following one more Dragon Tail, this should be a free Aegis for Alliance, and decided to rush uphill and take a fight. I guess just feeling very confident in the amount of damage he had. Solo's actually still picking away on Loda. Jumps in and feeds himself. Does get the extra proc on Starfall, though, and ends up going like they didn't commit to the Roshan. Here we go. S4 going to pop the ulti. Ember going to spawn. There's going to be a Dragon Tail on the Solo. Static Storm and Kinetic Field is up. If they can bring it down, it'll be huge. Bulldog pops his own BKB behind that. We can see EGM in some trouble. And now ROX.KIS likely to drop as Loda caught with the Searing Chains. Here comes S4 to try and clean things up from behind, but they're down both of their supports right now. BZZ trying to find a position to engage. Loda being kited out. Sodoi there, and the mech keeping them up and fighting. S4 in some trouble from his own illusions. Here comes the Emperor Spirit, and this is turned around. Sodoi right there to help. Not that it was needed. And ROX takes a gigantic win as Bulldog can do nothing but
pretty low himself. That's the difference, man, when Sodoi's able to get off his spells, because ROX cast nothing in that fight. Sodoi out. This could be bad for S4.
Yep, there we go. Gets off the Dragon Tail. EGM blinked away. And Sodoi's going to go ahead and use the Scythe. EGM's still sitting right there. Has to decide what he wants to do. BKB's going to be used. They may decide to turn around and fight. And Yol's going to end up dead. No, good disruption. Buys just enough time. Now here comes Solo. He has a Grave Up if he needs it and will spend it. Keeps Sodoi alive. And now the shackles onto Yol behind the fight, but it doesn't matter. S4 has to try and duck out the damage. Output is too high. Solo kept alive. He's just going to clean up the wards. Another bit of a bizarre fight as Sodoi did end up taking a spill that time. But they do manage to clean up Solo with Bulldog. He's going to pop his BKB and do what damage he can. Loda's in trouble. There's going to be the Abyssal onto Solo, but the damage output is going to force him back. In the meantime, S4 moving ahead. They got him anyway. And now ROX.KIS beginning to roll over them. Alliance committed at the best moment they could. Buybacks are out.
Loda has no buyback, though. He just bought his Abyssal Blade.
And now Searing Chains on the Bulldog. Rax down top, Rax down mid, and they're on the warpath. Tier 4 going to end up dropping next. And look at the damage. Bulldog and EGM almost dying there. This is why you ban the Ember. There's a blueprint for how to beat him, but it does not involve 2 Battle Furies and a Daedalus past 40 minutes. Bit of a tough ask that time, and we actually see Sodoi comes back in and does get a kill. And that's going to be GG.
That's GG.
Yep, wards go down. And Alliance coming into this in a must-win, drops their next to last series in all of D2L Western Challenge play, and all but loses hope for a shot at our postseason playoffs. While ROX.KIS entering play today 0-2 manages